So my name is Shakeel and I run a production studio called Propshak here in Ayrshire. There was a specific film that got me into this, I would say Halloween. In Halloween there wasn't really much of a process of makeup or special effects. I think it just got me into the genre and made me it was kind of a gateway into horror. Then went and watched other horror movies like American Werewolf in London, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. I became a huge fan of Rick Baker, who is my absolute hero, and Tom Savini. This is from a particular sequel. This is from part 2. And again, just the sculpting process and getting different profiles of Freddy Krueger from the back to the front to the side to make sure that I'm getting all those details right, that the profile matches the makeup that was used on the movie. This took me about 2 to 3 months to sculpt because there's a lot of kind of burn scars involved in that. Once that was completed, the overall sculpture was then molded in silicone with a fiberglass jacket, and it's been casted in a high quality resin, so it's very hard, and it's been foam filled as well for display. The eyes itself were handmade by myself. As a teenager, this is where it all started with characters like Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. This is what got me into becoming a big horror fan and wanting to become a special effects makeup artist. Again, I'm a big geek for behind the scenes. So when I had the DVDs, I would always, when I watched the movie, I would always go and watch behind the scenes stuff to see to get a wee inkling of how it was made. So right now I'm working on a few projects that's specifically been made for HorrorCon Scotland in April. This is just the idea of there's going to be a lot of film producers there and film directors for me to be able to showcase my work. So it all starts off with an idea in my head, or I'll be on like Instagram or on the internet and I'll see other people's work, and that also inspires me to, okay, I want to make something like that as well. So that's what gets my brain going. It's how I start a project, is thinking, how is this physically going to look? How is it going to physically work in the environment it's going to be in? Because it could be, is it going to be wearable? Is it just going to be on display? So it's always thinking about the end result and knocking away all the hurdles that are going to come towards you. Right now, I'm currently working on this Jaws project. It's taken me about 2 or 3 years to finally pursue it. I'm pretty much winging it right now. This whole process and this type of sculpture is new to me. So I started out as a polystyrene block, foam block, which has been hot wired to a shark silhouette, which I've spent the last few weeks carving away to get the shape of the shark, which I've been using reference pictures from the movies and also other replicas to get the kind of look down to a T or to the nearest I can get. The whole process has been involving sculpting and carving from polystyrene block, measuring it out as well. It's not full size, it's not to scale, but it's kind of what I've got to work with. And as well as trying to think about what is the end result going to be like, what challenges am I going to face, what material am I going to sculpt the jaws out of, and how am I going to make the teeth. So when I first started out, until as well recently as well, I always rush things. It's patience. I don't have the patience, but I've had to learn to control my patience. Because I tend to rush certain projects. So I've learned from my mistakes, I've reflected on my mistakes, so it's always making sure that you've got the time and the patience to make sure that you finish this project correctly, because otherwise that small mistake is going to lead to bigger mistakes. I use expanding foam here to create a kind of shape. The expanding foam is really easy to carve as well, so it's gave me that shape that I can spray in. Once it's set and cured, I can carve away at it, and it's gave me the shape that I need. This has given me the material to sculpt on top of, which is taking away the costs, basically. That's what it is. The teeth, this was the issue I was coming to the teeth. Was I going to have to sculpt 3 different sizes of teeth, then mould them and then cast them in different materials, which is going to cost me hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And what I did one day is I went on the internet to find out if there were some files for some shark teeth, and I scaled them to different sizes on the computer and I 3D printed them all, which has saved me loads of money, and it's been a much easier process. These teeth, this just the top set only, have taken me 3 weeks to print. That's them all done now. They've all been sanded and painted. The gums here I'm sculpted on top of the foam. This is just air drying clay, which I've never used before. Again, it's new to me, so I'm currently sculpting the gums just now. Give it 24 hours to see what it's like when it's dried. From reactions I've had from the public or friends or family who have seen my work, it makes me proud that they love my stuff, and that how the comments I get, how it's different, and there's not anyone around here that's doing anything like that. So it makes it kind of unique and special, so it makes me feel good. And I think the main thing as well is inspiring others to then pursue their own projects, especially young people who want to pursue it, or their students who are currently have a kind of, there's a block or there's something in their way for them pursuing it. So they come to me for advice, and it really, you know, makes me feel good that, because I was in that same position myself when I was younger. So it makes me proud, it makes me happy that, that people are admiring my work, and that they take it seriously, and that they also want to learn how they go about making this specific product as well. So right now I am making the Grinch, which is going to be made into a silicone mask when it's finally finished. I'm currently at the finished process of this sculpture, and this is how it started out, as a sculpture using clay that's on a core here. So the process involves using reference images here of the original makeup and the casting and the mouldings. Basically I research all those different references to match the design of the Grinch here. The main kind of process is making sure that the measurements are correct, that the profile is correct, or that it's going to be able to fit other actors wearing it as well. It starts out by blocking out the sculpture, which is basically you're looking to get a basic shape, putting on bits of clay, and then you're looking to form the sculpture. So you're looking to put the placements where the eyes are going to be, the mouth, the nose, eyebrows, ears, etc., where that whole, the overall look's going to be. And then you spend weeks, possibly months, refining it using different tools by taking the sculpture back to a more refined kind of form. And after that's completed, then get sent away to get moulded. It'll be moulded in fiberglass, and then it will be casted in silicone. So it's stretchable, it's wearable as well. You can talk in it, you can see out of it as well. And then it's going to be hand punched with hair as well to give it the ultimate Grinch look. No, there's not one day this is the same. There's so many challenges involved in each project. Different things are involved as well, different tools, different materials. I could be sculpting one day, I could be making makeup the next day, I could be building a set. It's different, and there's so many challenges involved, and it's about problem solving, and it pushes me to then go and work on other projects that come with challenges. I think a lot of it is learn from your mistakes, which allows me to then pursue other projects, and knowing that I've learned from them as mistakes allows me to be better at my craft. I am going to foam coat it. Basically that's the name of the product. It's called foam coat, which will cover the whole sculpture in this foam, because it's not waterproof, it's very soft, and it chips away very easily. So the foam coat will act like basically like a plaster coating on top of it, which will make it waterproof and really hard, and it will make it last longer. So once that's foam coated, it'll be sanded down, and then the last process would be to paint it all. Once that's fully complete, then I'm going to make a display, like a backboard for it, like it's coming out of the water. And I'm going to make the beach sign that's featured in the movie as well, so there's a nice wee display for when it's displayed. This is initially going to be for HorrorCon Scotland to be displayed there, and then after that it will be put up for sale.